So we had that big manipulation down. Russell created SMT here at the lows, but that was basically all we got. We just had everything get rebalancing. Like for example, this 4-hour PD array here on ES. Same thing on Nasdaq and the Dow. Same thing on Russell, except Russell did wick all the way back down here, um, and now it's holding this and respecting this 4-hour. Um, so there's just not much on those charts. So if I go to stock tickers, let's see what's looking like there. All right. Wait, what's mine? So YM did sweep above that relative equal high, relative equal low, higher time frame range thing, not range, level. And Dow Jones didn't really have one, but yeah, so far it's just back up into December premiums. Okay, now Russell did take out those relative equal highs, but is it deep enough is kind of the question, and if we take off that, then it has not, and those levels are still there. So I think this does still head higher. And then if we look at SPY, we've taken it out, but then if we take this off, it's still there. Yep, still there. Um, Not as clean, but it is still there. So I'm expecting them to open this up above here, and Q's didn't have a level. So, and then if we take that off, we've got just a gap up down. Yeah. So yeah. Um, Oops. Let's just check out the regular trading hours for this futures. Big gap up. We already came back and rebalanced that, and also that same level has not been swept into, but it's not even that strong of a level though in regular trading hours. Oh, this is though. So yeah, just a big gap up, and I'm assuming we'll get another gap up there. Gap up has not taken out the levels, and they are still there. Nasdaq gap up, nothing. Russell, very clear levels have not been taken out. So yeah, I think a long is in the cards here. Let's pull up my stuff. Gotta install the new Ninja Trader. And Forex looks like it's starting to come down again, but we're still just waiting for a low to be taken. I'm debating if Russell's along here because it did SMT that low. And what else? Very tricky. I would want it if I was gonna get long. I'd want to get a long down into here again or something. So, okay, we got that trade up, settings up. Okay, so Forex. Oh no, that's not Forex. That's crypto. Forex. Let's look at these guys. We made some sort of relative equal highs here, swept those here. Did anybody else have them? Somewhat. Everything got swept. So yeah, you probably want to expect this to come and rebalance some of this wick. And if we did that, maybe a box setup sort of a thing long, um, back down into this 4 hour or something. I'm gonna mark out these 4 hour fair value gaps that aren't marked. Why are these pink now? I want those lines to be orange. Oh no, whoops. I want the line. Alright. So yeah, there is higher time frame bearish SMT on NASDAQ. So could be a short here. Definitely would want to wait for a clear smaller time frame SMT, but those have not been working. So I'm actually just biased long until during regular trading hours when I can get a flow tide read. But yeah, it just seems like we could come down and, still rebalance some of this candle, this wick at least. Is there a 4 hour gap there? So there's a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. Just noting that, even though everybody's kind of disrespecting it. And this is all kind of like relative equal highs on here on NASDAQ, so it would make sense for this to reject here too. But yeah, we just need that. We didn't even have SMT here, besides just on the higher time frame. Oh, 5 minutes, I'm missing something. We all came back and rebalanced the range, basically. I mean, I guess there's SMT there with that breakdown level where YM is weaker. So, hmm. What about Russell right there? Yeah, Russell's much weaker. But that's, I don't know, that's not nothing for me to, I don't think that's significant enough. So yeah, I think the only thing that makes sense to me is some sort of sweep below all these smooth lows to get long into. Otherwise, I mean, we could have already had some sort of long opportunity. Mm, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. The only thing that's doing something is Russell making us lower low and being really weak. So, and then we had a lower low here with the down and a move up. So, it's just, yeah, nothing super clear. So I may just sit out until the open, until something sets up. Right now is a possible time for a trade, so I'm thinking maybe there's a long right here on Russell, but it's just there's just not enough for me to get long. It's like we're we're yeah, we are in a hard time frame fair value gap. Yes, we have made SMT, but who's to say we won't just make another low and continue the SMT? Usually I want a long YM when that happens, but if I'm thinking we need a pullback, yeah, I don't know. It's almost like they're just gonna set the short up right into tomorrow or right into the open or something where we keep moving up, we get a super nice SMT flow read thing, and then a dump or something like that. So, and it, yeah, could start out bullish, tide, and then all of a sudden tide starts to diverge bearishly into an area of interest. So where would those be? Just anywhere above these highs. Anything into here. Obviously maintaining some sort of SMT on the lows or on these other charts. You could even argue this is like an inverse head and shoulders pattern for retail. So retail may be getting long here. Whoa, Russell getting a move up there. I think silver may still be long, even though it's manufacturing a lot of this. I think if it sweeps all this out, it could easily get long, especially if you look at the 1 hour. That wick is just so not clean. Like it just seems like it would want to take this all out and then respect the wick type of a thing. But yeah, looking at M2K on my side, I mean, yeah, you could have maybe went long there, but it's just it it's just not my favorite type of trade. So I'm gonna put my money where I think there's the big easy money trades. This is too doesn't make enough sense to me. Russell on regular trading hours, let's check it. It's way down here. So, oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. Hmm. Yeah, maybe it does make sense. But I feel like I already missed it, so I already missed it. It came down to that order block. It took out a low. I'm probably gonna head higher. So it's worth at least half size, risk, probably. So there's just no. Mm, there was a shift here, and then it came and rebalanced that. So if it came down, back down into this wick or this fair value gap, then I could possibly get along there. But yeah, I do kind of like silver. Still think it could take out those wicks. We had this SMT into this bottom, so it makes me want to trust it. And then we've taken out, we have created some sort of a bearish look to it after sweeping these relative equal highs and displacing. So I want to see how this kind of comes down. I like that it has failed here, and if it came down a little, it would make sense to immediately get rebalanced and then head higher. So yeah, that's the plan.